Hey everyone, welcome to Sam's Sports Corner, episode 76. I know it's been a long time. Life gets in the way of things sometime, but I'm here and I'm ready to get into some sports talk with you all. For starters, LeBron's still a piece of shit and sold out human rights for a little Chinese money with a little whoop. So there's that. That's nothing new. We all knew he was a piece of shit. Moving right along. Hockey season has started. It's back. We're all excited. Blackhawks are already out to a rough start, so that's kind of frustrating. Blues are back in first place in the division, and life sucks again as far as hockey's concerned. Baseball ended. Houston Astros, a bunch of cheaters, but that's in the past, and the Nationals are World Series champions. Football season is in full swing, and the big thing we're talking about right now is NCAA football because rivalry weekend just happened, and it was a big shakeup. You know, Auburn beats Alabama. Mississippi State beats Ole Miss in the Egg Bowl, which is really what we're here to talk about. So we're going to start with the idiot of the week. Sorry, you don't get any sound effects this week. No professional shit. Idiot of the week is Elijah Moore, number 8 for Ole Miss, star receiver for Ole Miss. And after he scored a touchdown, with which the extra point would have tied the game late with less than a minute to go, he does the same thing DK Metcalf did a couple years ago when he lifts his dog and fake pees on the field. Personal foul, 15 yards. They tack it on to the extra point, and Luke Logan misses. Ole Miss loses the Egg Bowl. Let me explain why he's an idiot. Before I explain why he's an idiot, for all the national media and all these shitheads out here, like, no, it's classless fans, classless fan base, shut the fuck up, okay? It's funny. It's a great celebration. People get caught up in the moment of things. It's not classless. It's cool celebration because of the Bulldogs. I like it. DK Metcalf did it. You just have to be aware of the time and the place situation thing. When DK Metcalf did it, we were up by like 4 touchdowns. When you did it, we still need to kick the extra point to tie to go into overtime. And apparently Luke Logan is not the quality of a D1 kicker because he misses. And so the loss can't be blamed completely on Elijah Moore because Luke Logan, a D1 kicker, should have still made that kick. However, Elijah Moore, don't make his job any harder than it has to be. Kicking is a very mental thing. And all the pressure that's already on him in that situation, if you're sitting in his Bruno Mali, he's about to kick that ball, an extra 15 yards is making it easier. He misses, we lose. So Elijah Moore's an idiot because he doesn't understand time and place. Because there is a time and a place for that kind of celebration, and it wasn't in that moment, which is frustrating. Because he's a great receiver, great kid. Well, now the national media's gotten a hold of it, and everyone at Ole Miss is a scumbag, and blah, 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 and, the players are classless, and Ole Miss fans are upset, and their rants on Twitter have sparked rants from the players on Twitter. Matt Luke gets fired. I think we did him wrong. He stepped into this program at a point when no one else would have, and did great things with the program. Great recruiting classes, a lot of strides, maybe not in the records, but if you look, we competed in every game this year. There were 3 games this season in which Ole Miss was beat by more than a score. That's Missouri, Alabama, and LSU. 2 of those 3 are top 10 programs in the nation. We have nothing to hang our heads about. Ole Miss players did great this season. The defense really stepped up. Ole Miss had more rushing yards than any other team in the SEC this season. Ole Miss played well. We just couldn't quite close it. And I was really hoping we were going to give Matt Luke an extra year to figure that out. We didn't. I think we should have promoted, if we wanted to fire him because of the sheer amount of coaching talent that's going to be available this year, which I get. It's a business, right? You don't want to give him another year, so you want to bring in new talent. Cool. Matt Luke's an Ole Miss guy, and he helped us out our program when we needed him most. We should promote him into the front office, make up some program. We're on the good old boy system in Mississippi. Look at our chancellor. Look at our AD. Give him a special assistant to the AD for recruiting position. Pay him $200,000 a year. Everyone's happy. Instead, they sever ties, and we're looking for a new head coach. On that subject, Nick Saban was spotted coming off a personal plane today in Oxford. Lane Kiffin's on his way to Oxford on a personal jet from Arkansas. So that's interesting on both accounts. Lane Kiffin makes sense, right? We're going to interview him to be a head coach. Nick Saban doesn't make any sense. I don't get that one at all. So we'll see why he's here. By the way, breaking news: Nick Saban's in Oxford as I record this right now tonight. So if you're watching this tonight, Nick Saban's in Oxford, probably staying at the Chancellor's Inn or whatever, eating steak tartare, trying to schmooze some high school kid to come to Alabama. But he's there right now. My head coaching choice: bring Hugh Freeze back, hookers and all. Someone on Twitter started a GoFundMe to pay for a burner phone and hookers. I'm all on board. Let's bring back Hugh Freeze. Won't hurt my feelings one bit. I don't care about the reputation. I don't care about the hookers. I care about winning. So let's bring back Hugh Freeze. Some of the fallout from all of this, besides a man losing his job, a lot of the Ole Miss players have taken to Twitter bitching about fans and how we don't appreciate them and how we don't actually have love for them. The same thing has been going on in the NFL all season. All season. So the crybaby of the week, once again, you don't get sound effects this week. We're going back to basics. Is football players of America, quit being fucking crybabies. Just because fans call you out when you play like shit does not mean they're not real fans. We invest our emotions and our money into jerseys, into tickets, into sports TV packages, into memorabilia, and all kinds of shit. So we earned the right to talk shit if you're doing bad. That is what we earn. When we put money and sweat and emotion, and not on the field sweat, because we're all armchair quarterbacks, but when we invest into the program emotionally, physically, monetarily, we earn that right to talk shit. So Jamal Adams for the Jets, Eddie Jackson for the Bears, which he's my favorite player for the Bears, two safeties out there in the world bitching. There's a couple Ole Miss players out there bitching. Look, I love football, and I love my teams, the Bears. I love the Ole Miss Rebels. But just because I'm talking shit doesn't make me a bad fan. It makes me a realistic fan, and it makes me a real fan because I can recognize when my team is doing bad and I talk out about it because that's what needs to happen, because otherwise things don't get better. Otherwise you end up like the Cleveland Browns or the Jets with tons of fans who just accept mediocrity and oh, well, we don't want to bash our players and we want to stay positive for next year. Fuck that. Be better and we'll be happier. Right? I love my teams always. Everybody always does. But we get sick of perpetual losing. So to all the football players out there, pull up your Pampers and accept the fact that you play a game in which your overall performance will be judged week in and week out. You knew that signing up. So accept it. Enjoy the ride. Go make your millions of dollars, especially you in college, because the NCAA is about to allow you to make money. So that'll be great. And just accept the fact that if you suck, you're going to hear about it on Twitter, on the news, and in your real life. I hope you guys enjoyed this week, and I can't wait to see you again. We're going to try and get back to doing this regularly. Have a great week and enjoy the rest of the sports season.